Hello everyone and welcome to this week's reviews. The Losers Club returns to the town of Derry one last time to confront Pennywise the Dancing Clown in the second half of this adaptation of Stephen King's famous story. This is It, Chapter 2. I found the first It to be a chilling horror film and solid childhood adventure. For Chapter 2, director Andy Muschietti does a similarly strong job of continuing where that movie left off. This did not even feel like a sequel to me, just the second half of the story, as both movies nicely complement each other and become one 5-hour epic. The casting department deserves particularly high praise for choosing the perfect actors to play the older versions of the Losers Club. I bought them in the roles, though Bill Hader as Richie and James Ranson as Eddie were the standouts for me. The movie properly shows the demons they're going through and the fears they face, especially upon returning to Derry. We also get many scenes back in 1989, and they were well integrated into the overall narrative. In addition to expanding on the characters, Muschietti uses the opportunity to craft more scary scenes. The set pieces are also extremely well mounted, and thanks to the larger budget given to Chapter 2, there are more chances to play around with these special effects and create some truly unsettling and creepy images. And of course, Pennywise is here, with Bill Skarsgård finding the right note with which to play the evil clown. The way he toys with the grown-up Losers Club just shows how cunning he is, and they get a few chances to face him directly. Chapter 2 also utilizes humor quite well, mostly from Hader, although there was one music cue that I wasn't sure what Muschietti was going for. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Even though the movie is almost 3 hours long, I did not feel the length at all. A large reason for this might be because of how I felt like I truly got to know these characters, and as the film played on, I grew even more of a rooting interest in seeing them defeat Pennywise. Overall, I found It Chapter 2 to be a satisfying conclusion to the story. Next up is the true story of strippers pulling a con on their Wall Street clientele in Hustlers. It would have been easy for a movie like this to vilify strippers, but director-writer Lorene Scafaria instead has a certain amount of respect for them and their profession, seeing them more akin to gymnasts. She is also smart to put the central focus on Constance Wu's lead protagonist, Dorothy. She acts as our eyes and ears into this world, with her narration providing the needed context and additional information, but never in a way where we're just being force-fed exposition. The hustle does not truly begin until about halfway through, but I was still invested because the characters were written in a smart way. This allows us to understand their motivation and why they decide to steal from their clientele. Scafaria eventually turns the movie into a caper, but one where we're not sure when exactly the shoe is going to drop. She also utilizes a clever device by having Dorothy talking to a journalist, which becomes a meta way of acknowledging the article the film is based on. Production designer Jane Muskey and director of photography Todd Vanholtz also deserve mention of how they highlight the strip club and are careful not to portray that world in a sleazy way. Overall, Hustlers makes for a solid crime film with good acting, and it moves along at a good clip. Thank you for watching this week's reviews, and I'll see you next time.